Hello, everyone. This is our lesson wrap up for At the Hair Salon. We're going to start from the top here. What can I do for you today? Now, I know in the sample dialogue, some of the answers are a little bit lengthy because we're saying I'd like my hair cut just above the shoulders and layered. I mean, of course, we're not gonna follow that dialogue pattern every time. So the simplest thing to remember here is this. Just say, I'd like my hair. I'd like my hair, and then give the length that you want it to be cut. I'd like my hair, if you're female and you have long hair, I'd like my hair cut just above the shoulders. If you're a female and you really want to shorten your hair, I'd like my hair cut just below the ears. And again, if you're wanting to get your hair styled, you're wanting to get it straightened, layered, permed, I'd like my hair permed. I'd like my hair layered. I'd like my hair straightened. If you're wanting to color your hair, you can say, I'd like my hair colored. You can give the color. I'd like my hair colored light brown. Now, if you're adding highlights or streaks, just say I'd like to add blonde. I'd like to add blonde highlights to my hair. To my hair is optional. You can just say this. I'd like to add blonde highlights. And I'm going to put this in parentheses. I'd like to add blonde highlights to my hair. I'd like to add blonde streaks to my hair, so on and so forth. And then, of course, there's going to be centimeters and inches. I believe in Korea they cut the hair by centimeters. So you can say, this is another thing you can say. I'd like my hair cut 10 centimeters. I'd like my hair cut 10 centimeters. And that's just assuming that it's going to be off the length of your hair. Um, so yes, and if it's inches, I'll usually, when I am in America and I'm getting my hair cut, I'll say I'd like my hair cut, on top. I would say about 1 inch, 1 inch. So if you're in the USA, they're going to go by inches. So if you are a guy and you want some hair cut off on top, you'll want to say inches. I'd like my hair cut about 2 inches if your hair is really long on top. Now guard numbers, these are the clippers, zzz. Especially for men, we want to make sure our sides, the sides of our head are cut correctly. So, for instance, there are 8 guards. Well, actually, there's 9 guards. You got, I believe it's 0, which is the shortest. If you get a 0 guard, you're bald. Pretty much, your head is shaved on this side. Then you got 8, which you keep a little length. For me, I usually get about a 4 or a 5 on the side. So that's what I mean here on the sides. This is what I always say on the sides. In this case, I'm going to say I'd like a 4 on the sides. I'd like a 4 on the side. So, I don't want my hair to be too long, but I don't want it to be way too short either because I look silly in a bald head. Or just I look very silly if I have it all shaved here and I got hair on top. And then, of course, off the top, I said earlier I'd like my hair cut 2 inches off the top. You don't have to be exact with inches. You can just say I'd like a little off the top. So that's going to be more like a trim. You just want it trimmed a little bit on the top. And the last thing I'm going to mention here is getting your head shaved. If you want a shaved head, just tell the hairdresser, I'd like my hair not cut, not trimmed, shaved. That means you will have no hair on your head, none at all. So if you look good in a bald head and you like how you look, yeah, if you look good in a bald head, just go in and tell the hairdresser, I'd like my hair shaved. That's okay. So yes, these are just a couple of other tips. I know this lesson was a bit more challenging. So I did just kind of want to simplify this a bit because I know the dialogues, they're following a kind of a certain pattern. But just remember, I'd like my hair, and then you can give the style or you can let the hairdresser know how much you want cut. And yeah, if you want 10 centimeters, I'd like my hair cut 10 centimeters, off the top. Or yeah. Um, then yeah, guard numbers, that's going to be a lot for men who like to cut on the sides of their head. And this is just really a little off the top. This is more like a trim. You can say a little off the top or maybe even a little off the sides. That's okay. But that would just be a basic trim. So it's easier just to say I'd like my hair trimmed. That's going to conclude this wrap up, and thank you very much for following along.